Hey guys, what's going on?
Not much, you.
Oh, you know, stuff.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about Spyro the Dragon 1, 2, and 3, hopefully. I could be lying. We might talk about 1 for an hour. Who knows? But,
I don't think so because I don't have as much to say about Spyro as I do like Sonic or Smash.
I mean, for me, Spyro, I don't think I started with Spyro 1. Maybe I started with Spyro 2. But obviously, you got to start with Spyro 1. And this is by Insomniac Games, which would. I think they did some stuff before this, but nothing notable. Kind of like Naughty Dog situation.
Yeah, this is a game that really put them out there.
Hmm.
Um, Nowadays, if you hear Insomniac, you think of Jesus Christ.
Ratchet Clank, Spider-Man. Wait, why do you think of Jesus? Anyway, so Spyro 1 um, was basically their exclusive platformer for Sony because really they worked with Sony. They might as well have been bought out by Sony because they've only made games for Sony minus like maybe like one other.
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And like,
it's weird playing an Insomniac game on the Xbox.
no, barely anyone would. But how do we start this? I mean, do you want to start with the story or do you want to start with like just the concept?
So, Spyro, as you can tell by the title, I hope so, is a little dragon.
Yeah,
And to be honest, the story is kind of stupid. Um,
yeah, it really is. It's like one of the most self-aware stories I've seen in a while, ever.
like there was a TV interview interviewing this dragon,
A
and all
couple
the
dragons.
dragons start. They ask about Nasty Nork, who's the main antagonist, and all the dragons just start making fun of him.
Well, one in particular, it's like you have the old man talking, and then this big blue one comes and he's like saying he is ugly, ugly.
That does it, and he turns all the dragons into Spyro into crystals
I don't know how he missed Spyro,
because he's got things to do.
and Spyro was missing his teeth in that cutscene.
And that's really it for the plot. The plot just kind of stops after that.
Yeah, really. Yeah, what do you do? It's like just save dragons and then go beat Nasty Nork. That is
Like
literally it.
the levels don't have like Crash Bandicoot, for example. You have the levels, the crystal, and the end goal. Spyro, you just do stuff until you don't feel like being in the level anymore. Then you just leave.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this came out, but right after Crash 1, right?
No, it was after two.
That's I mean, yeah. So okay. Uh, anyway, man, my brain crashed. What the hell was I gonna say? Something about how the levels are structured, I guess. But
There's not much to them really. You go in, you fight enemies who are not. You collect gems, you save dragons, and occasionally you collect dragon egg.
yeah, like there's like a little side thing with dragon eggs. You gotta save those too, and dragons you save will say something either
I
really
mean,
stupid
to
or
be
something
fair,
really.
the levels look good, and the graphics are great for a PS1 game.
Yeah,
Soundtrack phenomenal.
it's by what was it, Stuart Copeland?
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
did really well. The controls very solid. It's a very fun game to play, but it's extremely
yeah,
mindless.
yeah. I mean, this compared to its two sequels, I don't like to play this game as much. The controls are,
I'll be honest for a second. I think it controls better than the original version of Crash One, if I'm
well,
honest.
well, yeah, and
And
it's like
go ahead.
it's more so like because the controls are mapped to physics in a way. Like walking up the hill, you'll actually slow down, which I don't really care for. When you're like dashing with Square, like you can't jump up in the air high like you can 2 and 3. So going backwards, which is what I did, was such a whiplash. And you can't do the hover ability that you'd get in the second game. you just drop straight to the ground when you hit triangle. So that kind of irks me looking back.
Yeah, it's a little on the strange side, but also this game is a breeze. It is extremely easy.
Yeah, if you're trying to 100% it, it could be a little bit more difficult towards the end, especially the one level where you have all the ramps and you gotta build your speed up and then hit the certain jump and then
Yeah.
reach it. And even the game calls it out. Like Spyro says to the dragon, "Can you be frozen somewhere else next time?"
You know, like if you're just going through the game normally, it's a breeze.
Yeah, yeah, it's not hard. Like,
Whereas Crash will kick your teeth in.
yeah, I mean, Spyro could be difficult, obviously, if you're just a little kid, but
Like playing it now, it's like, oh, okay. Well. And the
yeah,
bosses are terrible.
yeah, they're absolute garbage. They more so have a level than you fight them. Their level is much better than the boss
Except
themselves.
for the final boss. The final boss is just the final boss.
Yeah, you just
And
chase Nancy Nork around the entire
that
level.
has got to be one of the worst final bosses, like, ever.
It doesn't help because the running in this game is not perfected yet, so it's a little slippery.
It's like he doesn't even fight you. He just runs away from you. Breathe on him twice and he dies.
Yeah, like then you hit him twice, and then he goes to the end of this room, and then he just stands there and just takes it like a bitch.
Yeah, he just dies. He's pathetic.
Yeah, and even the remake didn't even try to make anything good out of this. They were just like, just recreate it.
Yeah.
So that's one downside, I guess, in general for both games. Not, but again, it's just so one noted. It's like everyone's frozen. Unfreeze them. Be nasty Nork. Get all the treasure, and then you get a
And that's
slightly
that's
cooler.
it.
And
That's it. This is a one trick pony.
yeah, they didn't make it. They didn't build it up to be like sequel baited or not. Neither did Crash One either.
No, it didn't. But I mean, for what it's worth, I don't think Spyro One's a bad game.
No, it's good. It's just there is some age to some of the controls in the original. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna play it now, just go buy the Reignited trilogy.
Yeah. Exactly. Start talking about Ripto's Rage. My dog's causing a havoc.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's no fun. Then Ripto's Rage comes out, I'd say a year or two later, probably because I know Year of the Dragon came out in 2000. But anyway, the second game is a huge improvement on the first one in terms of the gameplay in every way. Like Spyro controls in terms of just walking around a lot better than before. No like hill physics in terms of slowing him down if he goes up a hill. And then there's a hover ability that you can get. You have to actually learn some of this stupid shit though.
There's a lot more to Spyro 2 than Spyro 1. A
Like
lot more.
yeah, you got this then like to learn these new tricks and unlock areas in the game. You gotta give this dick bag fucking money bags.
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah, all this money just to you know
Oh,
progress.
one thing we really didn't mention are Spyro's abilities.
Yeah, he's got well, three main
So
abilities.
he can fly,
Breathe fire.
breathe fire, ram with his horns, and his health is determined by a little dragonfly named Sparks who flies with him.
Who looks weird in the first game.
Yeah, so as he changes colors, he's getting weaker, and then he disappears, and Spyro can take one more hit, and he's done for.
Yeah, it goes
Ye-
spark shining yellow. Well,
Green. I think it's yellow, green, blue, gone, dead. In the
yellow.
top.
No, it's yellow, blue, green, gone. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
It's weird. But like I don't know if it's in the second game or definitely it's in the third game where you can get an extra hit. So like you have shiny sparks, and then when you get hit, he's just yellow. Then it goes blue. Then it goes green. Then nothing. Then dead. pretty cool stuff. Sparks is a really cool like health like idea.
Yeah, but Spyro 2 nixes the dragon idea. And each level has its own unique gimmicks. You're introduced to a bunch of new characters in this one. A bunch of new characters who are staples from here on.
Which is weird for a 3D platformer series from the 90s to be consistent with characters.
Well, I think because Spyro travels to a completely new world in this one and just never goes back.
No, he does.
Or does he?
Yeah, at the end of the game, if you get everything, you can go to Dragon Shores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you get everything of a certain degree, you can go in and play the games. But if you get absolutely everything, you know the fireball power up where you can just shoot fireballs instead of
Yeah,
breathing fire. If
yeah.
you get that and then make a new game on top of that save file, apparently you have like it's like a new game plus glitch. I guess you call it a glitch, but I call it new game plus, where you play the game entirely and you always have that fire blast attack.
That's busted.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I would do it, but I think the Reignite trilogy still has that too. But
Oh, wow.
I can't remember. But then again, both the like one little note side note that these Spyro games are notorious for their cheat codes because you have colors, you have make them flat, make a big head, small head. I think small head, and just other dumb shit. And I like that. I don't know, and I love how the remakes they kept them in. Though there's no code in Spyro 3 to give us a Crash Bash. Uh,
Oh, no. So the story in this game, I don't know if you talked about it yet, but
yeah, we have not.
he wants to go on vacation, right?
Yeah, and now he's voiced by Tom Kenny, aka SpongeBob. What the fuck?
And in another world, I forgot what the other world's called. Um,
Uh, Gateway to Glimmer is
Glimmer.
something.
He gets pulled into Glimmer because the main bad guy of this game hates dragons, and so they bring him there to kill him.
Yeah, the professor and these two other people, Hunter and I forget her name, Fiora. I don't know.
Yeah, something
She,
like that.
yeah, they are like, well, we need a dragon to stop Repto, and then they get a dragon, and then Repto destroys the portal. He walks away, and then stuff happens.
Yeah, like you're introduced to like Hunter the Tiger in here, who becomes a staple of the series as the game goes on. As the series goes on, like he just sticks around.
Here's one thing I didn't really care for about the remakes: the characterization changes of Ripto and Hunter. Hunter, I prefer his personality in the original, like 2, 3, and even fucking Enter the Dragonflies.
Don't.
Like their
There
voice,
isn't. Hold
his
on.
voice.
There's only 3 Spyro games.
Okay, you're right. So basically, Hunter in 2 and 3. I liked his voice direction a lot better than what they did with the remakes. And Ripto, I like how he sounded goofy
There was
in
there was never a
2.
Spyro 4 Enter the Dragonfly.
What's that?
Uh,
Mandela effect. What are you talking about?
but that yeah, no, these games are never really big on story, but in terms of
No,
gameplay, this one's a lot better. A
yeah,
lot better than the first one.
yeah, I definitely put that out. I was definitely talking about that when you disappeared. In terms of how it feels and all that stuff. You have new things. Well, one thing we didn't mention that's a staple in these games are flying sections.
Oh
Like
yeah, sure, sure.
you have to go through like they're like time trials, I guess. It's mostly in the first one anyway, because you just have to destroy all these things. You get
Yeah,
time added to your
yeah,
thing.
they're like obstacle courses basically.
Yeah, and you get a bunch of gems. You'd be all set basically for doing all that.
You
No
don't have to
dragons.
do them, but
No, those are just there for if you want to get to the final like special level with nasty Norks like treasure heap or whatever. Yeah, and Spyro 2 has them again, but this time you can like explore like areas around it and find NPCs to talk to. Sometimes it's just Hunter, sometimes it's some other random lady that's like amongst all these dolphin people. It's weird, or mermaid people. Yeah, and yeah,
it's a little on the strange side.
yeah. The third game is just ridiculous with it. I think I don't
Yeah.
remember. I can't remember much about the third one with that one.
Yeah, it's just so. But basically, the plot is Ripto, two henchmen, take them out. There you go. There's your plot. Uh,
Yeah, and I kind of forgot that there's a point where after you beat the second boss, it's like presumed that Ripto's dead as well. So the game kind of ends, but then it like immediately restarts back to where it was. It's like, wait, what? It threw me off at first going back to it. I was like, oh yeah, that does happen.
I mean,
Like there
Spyro,
is there is like a slight time skip.
but there's like actual little missions to do in each level now. It's not just collect gems, save dragons. Like there are characters who need your help all the time.
And you have an intro cutscene too, showing off what the world has to offer, or an idea of what you're gonna get.
Now, if I'm honest, Spyro 2 is not a game I have actually played all that much.
I
Um,
played it a lot.
Spyro in general, aside from the first one, I haven't really played Spyro much at all.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, I was more of Crash, Mario, Sonic kind of guy. That's what
Well,
I really played.
if you were those kind of guy, then you would have loved this. So what the fuck happened?
I don't know. It just something about Spyro didn't sit with me like Crash, Mario, or Sonic.
Oh. Hmm.
I can't explain it other than I guess I just found them to be mindless.
I liked it a lot.
They didn't grab my attention like Crash, Mario, or Sonic.
Well, it might be the same reason why I like Donkey Kong 64 so much because it's a collectathon. Go around collecting
Oh,
shit.
even I was more into Banjo Kazooie than I was into Spyro.
Banjo, huh? Looking back, I mean, Banjo's better than Spyro 1 in my opinion in some ways.
We'll talk about Banjo Kazooie another day, but I mean
Yeah,
Spyro 2 is a good game.
yeah.
And it's honestly probably the best of the three.
I'd say the third one's still the best.
No, I like two more. I actually like two more.
I like the multiple characters in 3.
That's why I like two better.
Yeah, we don't have to even really do them.
That's true. But yeah, there you go. Spyro 2, good game.
Yeah, really good game. And Ripto dies in Spyro 2. In the
Yes.
original, like you see him go into the lava, but in the remaster make, you don't see him fall into the lava. It's off camera, so obviously he's gonna survive and come back for Spyro 4.
Yeah, if they make a Spyro 4, because Crash 4 didn't do that great.
It did well enough.
I don't think it did as well as the Insane trilogy.
Well, no, I didn't expect it to push like.
So Spyro 3 doesn't upgrade Spyro 2 as much as Spyro 2 updated Spyro 3. Or
Yeah, it's
Spyro
more
2 updated
so
Spyro 1.
they basically took what Spyro 2 did in terms of Spyro's level design and just made it better.
And there's honestly not really much to talk about Spyro 3. There's a sorceress now who
Yeah,
has a bunny that works for her.
this one has probably the most story out of all 3 of them.
Easily. Easily.
Yeah,
Well,
and
Spyro's back in the land of dragons now, but Hunter's there. I think Hunter comes back with him in the end of Spyro 2.
yeah, they did come back. It's weird. And
And in this
then they
one,
have,
you have to collect dragon eggs. That's like a big component in this one is saving dragon eggs.
yeah, these are your MacGuffins. Have fun. Oh God, this is like
Yeah.
DK. This is like DK64 for PlayStation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I have a lot of nostalgia attached to it. That's mostly why.
I played 3 more than 2 because I actually got 3 first.
Yeah.
Like the way I got them was Spyro 3 or Spyro 1, 3, 2. It was a weird order they got me in.
I went 2 on 3.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, big clash. When I was a kid, I loved the idea of playing as different characters, so that's why I like 3 the most. Nowadays, I look at it and go, it's okay. You only have to do one level with them, and that's it, and you're done. You don't have to
Yeah,
play
there's,
as them
there's
again.
not much with the other characters. Like there's a kangaroo, a penguin,
It was actually kind of fun. I like playing
and
as him.
a a thing,
A monkey,
a monkey. I can't remember what the other one was. Like a big monster.
like a yeti.
Yeah.
He sounds like, he sounds like this, say Spyro.
Now it was at this point when I was growing up that I was like, yeah, I don't care anymore. And I never actually finished Spyro 3 because I didn't care. Um,
Shame.
I just for some reason I gave up on Spyro a lot quicker than I did Crash or Sonic or Mario.
For shame on you.
I mean, I don't want to lie to the audience.
Well, I'm still gonna shame you for that.
You can suffer.
No,
Um, I
I already
mean,
do.
like for example, I don't have the nostalgic attachment to Spiral that I do to Crash. I don't have the fanboy attachment to Spyro that I do to Sonic. I don't have the gameplay attachment to Spyro that I do to Mario.
With me, Spyro, I have the memories attached to it. I'm not really like a fanboy or like a fan that's like actively seeking out a new game, if
Like,
that makes any sense.
I'll go play Crash before I play Spyro.
Like for me, if somebody made it like ask me like before Crash 4 or come
If they
out
did a
or
if they did a Spyro 4, I would support. But
yeah, imagine like if you asked me before Crash came out with the Insane trilogy, it's like, would you rather have this remaster or that remaster? And I would say Crash first, and then what would you want the remaster Spyro 2? It's like, of course, and it's
but
like
but the caveat,
if you ask me, would you rather have another brand new Crash game or a new Spyro game? I'd go Crash first.
yeah, well, that's the thing is like you said Crash first,
Yeah,
and I think most people would have picked Crash first.
yeah. I mean, Spyro, I think will get his own game. It's just a
Whereas
matter
with
of
the
time.
PS2 era, it was the opposite. I liked Ratchet and Clank more than Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, I was the other way around.
Whereas, I mean, Ratchet and Clank is still going on. So,
Well, Naughty Dog is known for killing off their franchises after 4 games.
whereas Insomniac, they just keep thinking of ideas for Ratchet and Clank. So,
Like, you know what? Let's put them in a spaceship, make them go to planet Fartfo.
I mean, I like Ratchet and Clank a lot. So,
Yeah,
take them.
you know what's sad? The only one I've completed is the PS5 game.
That game's great.
It is great, but it's the only one I've completed. I just can't seem to muster enough fucks to complete the other ones.
That's because you're a criminal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, Spyro, I know a lot of people love Spyro, and that's great. I'm happy you do. I'm a very casual Spyro guy.
I'm casual myself. I like the games, but I don't really like actively go back to them all the
Like
time like I do
me,
with.
me and Alex can talk about games like Sonic, Mario, Zelda, Smash for hours. We
Yeah,
never really ever talk about Spyro.
yeah. No, Spyro was just kind of back there, like, yo, remember me? It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't dislike Spyro, but I'm not like a Spyro fan, if that makes sense.
yeah. It does.
So next time we meet, because I don't think we really have much more to say, except the Reignited trilogy is the way to go if you're going to play these.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. And if you get
We-
on PC, you have a nice 60 FPS option, just like Crash.
Yeah, exactly. So next time we meet, we are going to be talking about Pokemon Generation 2.
What happened to Super Smash Brothers?
did Super Smash Brothers twice.
But it's not over yet.
We can get to Brawl another time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know what? Where's a fucking coin? I'm gonna flip it right now.
Oh, jeez.
Alex, call it. Heads.
Nails.
Heads is Pokemon. Tails is Smash Bros. Brawl. Call it.
Nails.
Actually, it did land on nails.
Oh,
Okay, I guess next time we're talking about Smash Bros. Brawl.
that's gonna be an hour long.
Oh, Melee was an hour long.
So Brawl is gonna be longer. 4 is gonna be shorter, and Ultimate might be in the middle.
Ultimate's gonna be insane. We got fucking 80 something characters to talk about.
Yeah. God.
Anyway, so we'll see you guys next time for Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yay.
Until then, thank you so much for watching. Sorry this one was kind of mid. It's just Spyro, we didn't really have as much to talk about.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really feel that, like, I couldn't really pull anything like, you know what? Yeah, I remember this fondly, but it's just kind of.
It was just kind of like, yeah, I played that.
Yeah. Sad.
So, we'll see you guys next time. Brawl, I guarantee you, will be a lot more. Ooh, there'll be a lot more to talk about with Brawl, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And when we're not as tired.
I mean, I'm not tired.
I am.
Well, that's because you're. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Take care.